Welcome back. We're rolling again, southward this time. This is the Sunday morning following the Thunder Run, which I put up as a video last week. Hopefully you managed to see that. Several hundred Harleys kind of taking a roll round from Palmerston North over to Paekakariki, then Woodville, across the new overpass and back to Palmerston North. It was a great weekend. We met up with a bunch of our really great mates there. And with some of our mates, we're now heading off to have a little mini tour around the top of the South Island. We're so close, we thought, well, it'd be a shame not to do it. And that's the reason why very early on a Sunday morning we are travelling now on, well, State Highway 1 as far as we could go. Transmission Gully was being torn up, so we had to get off the motorway at Paekakariki. And we're going to head down the coast, the old road. Well, yeah, it used to be, it's the old road, but now it's the alternate way through, State Highway 59. Now, much as I enjoy the speed and directness that Transmission Gully gives you, kind of carving a straight path right down there through into Wellington, it's quite a pleasure to be on this State Highway 59. It only adds about another 15 minutes to the trip, so something to consider if you're looking for a change. And what I enjoyed most about this, well, actually while marvelling that this used to be kind of one of the main thoroughfares into Wellington, was the view of the Tasman Sea out there to the right. It'll be coming up soon. It was pretty enjoyable, and what I enjoyed to see about that was that it was looked pretty calm and glassy, which gave me a good feeling about the crossing that we're going to be doing as we cross Cook Strait over to Picton. So it looks like it's going to be a good sailing today. Now, I mentioned it was an early start. I think we pulled out of the motel at 5:15, something like that. We were meeting the rest of our small crew at a petrol station not too far from our motel in Palmerston North, but we still had to get on the road quite early. The final check-in at the Interislander Terminal this morning is 7:45 a.m, so we want to make sure we're there in plenty of time for that. And that's for a sailing at departing Wellington 8:45. I'll tell you a little bit about this little mini tour that we've had planned. It's been germinating for quite some time. Once we knew we were all going to be getting together at the National Hog Rally Palmerston North. There's 3 Christchurch-based riders. We're being led out by Rex here. And there's also 3 Auckland-based riders coming down, so 6 bikes in total. And yeah, we're really looking forward to this. We're going to creep along and see the top of the south, which, speaking for myself, I haven't been to before, so enjoying, looking forward to that. We're going to Paekakariki for a night. We head up to Collingwood to see Golden Bay. Then we're going to head across to Karamea, top of the west coast. And then the plan was to go to Hamner Springs, but something happened. We didn't quite get there. Many people did, but we didn't. But we'll tell you more about that as the story progresses. As we're coming down State Highway 1 heading to Wellington itself, we're looking out for the Palmerston Ferry Terminal off-ramp, and that's coming up kind of soon. And it's pretty well signposted if you're coming from this direction. Pretty hard to miss it. But we will be riding the whole way along, at least in little bits and pieces. You'll be able to see how it works here. But reasonably well signposted. You shouldn't have too much trouble getting to the Interislander Ferry check-in. If you have any doubts with looking it up on Google Maps, just spend a moment or two having a look at this little section here. It'll lead along past the waterfront, and then you get to the ferry terminal. Have your tickets handy, and you'll be able to check in, no trouble at all. Now when you just keep rolling through from the off-ramp, following the signs, you'll be spat out onto Hut Road. And you're going to be staying on that one until you get to the ferry terminal off-ramp itself, which you'll be able to see and spot it a mile away because you've got a good view across the water. And you'll be able to see, most likely, the ferry that you're going to be getting aboard, sitting there waiting for you in the at the dock. Now, I mentioned about having your papers ready, your tickets that is, for the ferry. It is a good idea to have them available just that you can just reach in your jacket and grab them, or in my case I've got my wife on the back and she's in charge of the tickets, so I can just roll up to the window and she will be able to pass them over. I can just keep my hands on the bars, everything, so that works out real well for me, but not everybody has the luxury of having a pillion passenger on the back, so you do you, but just make sure you got the tickets available. Nothing worse than then thinking, oh man, I've got to dig around in my bag now to find out where those tickets are at. Just be a little bit prepared, make it easier for yourself and everybody else. Now you can see here we've come to the off-ramp. Well signposted, you can see the blue sign, Interislander Ferry traffic to the right lane, so that's what we want to do. There are two ferry providers, the Interislander and the Bluebridge operation. We've used them both, they're both as good as each other, but today we're on the Interislander, so this is how the Interislander arrival, check-in and boarding process looks like. We're heading up, I think it's called Ferry Terminal Road. It doesn't really matter, it's easy to spot. You just keep on following the signs that say ferry. And here it's not really a highway or anything, it's a 20k speed limit. Just take it easy along here and just follow the painted lines. They'll generally lead you in the direction you need to go, and even though it's kind of fairly early, there's already quite a number of vehicles have already joined their places in the queue waiting to board. What we need to do is just follow the check-in process, and that's what we're going to be doing in a moment, as you'll see. Now first things first, we head down the lanes to present our tickets, and at this point cars and bikes use the same lanes. There's no separation here. It's only after we check in we are directed to a motorbikes only lane, which is quite good because usually the motorbikes board the vessels first, so that will be coming up, but for now it's cars, bikes go through the same window, and that part of the process remains the same whether you're crossing with the Interislander service or the Bluebridge service. Mutual, same check-in, but then assigned different lanes afterwards for travelling through. You can see Joss rolling through there. Her and Rex have just got a single double pass there, so he's just checking in for both, and then as soon as they're done or on their way, it'll be our turn at the window. Hello! Morning! Thank you. Nice and simple process. We're directed to lane 19. Really we just follow and take a look where the motorbikes are at, but 19's usually on the far side of all of the vehicles. You can see all the cars lined up here. Well, not all of them, there's a few more still to come, but a lot of the cars are lined up here ready for their own boarding, and we're heading around to the motorbikes lane 19, where we'll be getting off the bike, stretching our legs for a little bit. Generally you have to wait here, well, on this kind of check-in process, probably about 20 minutes or so here by the time that we've got, and then it moves in stages. I'll show you how that happens in a minute. So it's helmets off while we wait, and then about as I said, about 20 minutes later, as it turns out, close on just before 7:30, the motorbikes are invited to come forward, get ready to board, and this again, you just need to follow the pathway. It's pretty well signposted. You do have to have your helmets on. They don't let you ride helmet free around here, which is fair enough, I suppose. So it's helmets on. Head up to the next staging post, and this one is generally going to be just right in front of the gaping doors of the vessel that we're going to be travelling across the Cook Strait on. And in the meantime, a little journey up here towards that staging area is a real pleasure because it's a beautiful day. Like I say, you can't beat Wellington on a good day, and we certainly had one of those. It was kind of glassy calm, sun is out, It's very early in the morning, really doesn't get any better than this. And there's our ship, the Interislander Ferry Terminal, which is going to be taking us across the Cook Strait. Now when we're given the go-ahead, as we have done, to move up to the second staging area here, just in front of the ship, you can probably expect to wait another 10 minutes, 10, 12 or so minutes before they actually let you on. There's a lot of processes that need to happen. They need to clear the way, make sure everything is set for the first arrivals, and generally that's us, the motorbikes. You will need your helmets, like I said before, to get on the ship, so make your own choice whether to take the helmet off or on here. Just know that when you get the go-ahead to go, it's generally you just want to be ready to move as quickly as possible. So if you're sensing that they're going to be letting you on, that's the time to put on your helmet if you have managed to take it off. And here we are now boarding the ferry Paekakariki, getting ready for our little mini South Island adventure. Looking forward to it very much. One thing I'll say too, don't think I mentioned it before, if you are travelling on one of the Interislander ferries or the Blue Bridge ferries, definitely pack your own tie-down straps for your motorbike. You will need them. You'll be riding into the ferry. There are wheel braces provided, which you just park your bike into. You'll see that coming up. There's wheel chocks provided. You can jam that under the rear wheel, and then you use your tie-down straps to make that bike nice and tight, not going anywhere. And then go up and enjoy the crossing. It's a couple of hours, I think, 2, maybe 3, is it? I'm not sure. Across through the Marlborough Sounds to Picton. That's where we're going to pick this up next week as we get on the road and head over to Paekakariki. So take care out there, ride safe, see you on the next one.